the channel, everybody. This is going to be beer 3 of 4 of this 4-part series that I'm calling Papa's Picks. So my dad is Papa. He's Papa to the grandkids, of course. For those of you that are new around here, just a real quick recap. So he went to the liquor store, bought me 4 singles, 4 beers, and then he wrapped paper around each one so that I have no idea what brand, what style, or anything. And then I'm kind of using some tasting sheet notes over here to kind of help me through it to see if I can kind of figure out the style, just for fun. So let's get going. First thing we want to do is let's pop it open and see what color it is. See what we got here. All right. Ooh, really carbonated. Holy cow. Another light color. Wow, look at that foam though. I think I'm gonna have to turn the camera off so that I can get this under control. Okay, so it's been about 3 or 4 minutes and this is as good as I can get that head down. So highly carbonated, you can still see it bubbling away. The foam is like this really thin, light, fluffy kind of foam. I mean, it's just hanging around. But check out that color. You know, like a light yellow, and the clarity. I mean, look at like the window through it and everything. You can see my face through it. I mean, that is high clarity. So it's finally getting down to where maybe we could drink it with that foam. All right, let's see what the aroma's like. All right, let's see. Not malty whatsoever, the smell. Not at all. Definitely the hops is overpowering that. You know, it's like maybe a little citrusy, maybe kind of herbally. You know, this is one of those, I think I might know what it is because I don't really care for the aroma on these, but I do like the style of beer. And I can never quite describe that smell, but maybe herbally, a little bit of citrus, but just very hoppy smelling in general. Like that malt's not coming through. Okay, so let's give it a taste and see what we got. Cheers! This reminds me of a Stella Artois. I think that's how you say it, right? Which is a Pilsner, I believe. And when I first saw that color, I thought maybe a lager of subtype, but Pilsner, I think more specifically. And it's interesting because, as you guys know, I've talked about this before. I like things, well, I guess it actually does smell like it tastes, but in this case, the taste is good. I like that, but I don't, the smell isn't like that enticing, right? It's a very light bodied beer. The last one I tried ended up being like a hazy IPA, and I was talking about how thick that is on your tongue. This is very light, light body. I'm going to look on my tasting sheet. Let's see if I can describe it better, because I'm just saying it tastes like a Stella, a Pilsner. Seeing if I can figure out the malt part of this. Okay, because it's the hop flavor is what comes through. And you know, on the tasting sheet, there's something here that says green. And yeah, I had already said herbal, maybe slightly citrusy. But I like green. You know, like, it's just a very natural kind of flavor to it. But as far as the malt flavor, I'm going to say kind of like bread flour. Just a very mild malty flavor to it. And it kind of settles on your tongue, like, seriously, like if you were thinking like bread flour, a little bit grainy with that, just a tiny bit. So I'm going to guess that this is some kind of a Pilsner. Now for the reveal. Okay, I'm going to take my dad's wrapping off of this. That was a hard one for me to describe. But I've always kind of had a hard time, if it's what I think it is, describing that. Hard to get all this tape off. Alright. I just made a dent in that. Hey, hey! Danish style Pilsner. Yes! One for Darby. That actually makes me happy that I'm starting to be able to identify these a little bit better. So, Carlsberg Danish style Pilsner, 1847 onwards. Cool can. Let's see if we can find the ABV. So I found it. It's 5% alcohol. So that's kind of right where I like my beers to be. And this is kind of fun. Let me read this to you. Pioneers of purity. We Danes aren't keen on keeping secrets. So in 1883, when we discovered how to purify yeast for better beer, our founder shared this knowledge freely with other breweries, which means every good beer in the world probably has a bit of our know-how in it. Skull. Skull. I could never say it right. Anyways, so that's kind of interesting. I'm going to look it up on the internet real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. So I looked it up on the internet. Didn't really glean any more information, really, but this is a really good beer. It's a very crisp beer, very refreshing. This is something I would like to drink in the summertime for sure. Anytime, but the summertime after mowing the lawn or something like that, this is really, really great. I feel like it's a great balance, you know, very hoppy smelling. I didn't ever see IBU on there, but, you know, being a Pilsner, I definitely like it better than Stella. Stella I do like, but it can taste, for me, it can taste a little skunky. This doesn't have that. I think this is a better, like, balance with this beer, you know, between the malt and the hops. And so that's really, really good. But yeah, anyways, this is definitely a do-over. I feel like I might have seen this before. Maybe. I don't think I've ever had it. But anyway, this is definitely a win. And I will catch you on the next one. So we've only got one more of the series. It's been fun. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye.